John Cena, John Cena. All right, guys. So, doing my finally long-awaited feelings and thought about John Cena's promo. He cut his heel promo on Raw, and know it was a couple of days ago. I'm now getting to it to give you guys my thoughts and how I felt about his promo. Now, this is the first time that Cena has spoke out in public about his heel turn, and here's my thoughts on it, guys. I've watched it actually like 5 times. And I will say that, man, Cena, his promo, like he's so calculated, man. Cause a lot of people on the internet were talking about how he should maneuver, how he should, his character change should be. Should he be a business evil jerk? Should he be, I don't know, a sadistic, I don't know, gnarly heel? Like everybody just kind of had their own versions of what Cena should be like as a heel character. And it's so crazy how he was able to pretty much. It's okay. So basically, I'm sure you guys watched it, so I'm not going to go over too much of what actually happened. But how he was just able to come out with the same music, his same attire, literally the same John Cena, but a John Cena that's more insulting and more fed up, basically, version of John Cena. And how he stayed the same, and then it changed in his promo. He pretty much took what everybody wanted him to be, and he made it with his promo, man. Like, I felt like he was talking to guys like me, to anybody on the internet. So he did a great job. Again, I think I made a video talking about what I want to see from Cena, and how he should be. And man, his promo, he was definitely talking about like guys like us, because he was talking about how I'm not going to change for you. Everything I do is for me, and like how pretty much the fans, they wanted to get what they wanted to get from Cena, and if it wasn't that, then it's just boo. You know what I'm saying? And I just like the promo overall. I thought it was great. I thought that it was very calculated of him to do that, and I thought it was a great promo. No, he did not talk about The Rock. He did not talk about Travis Scott. He did not mention those guys in this promo. But in a good story, guys, it's like you can't reveal so much in the beginning. Every good story starts with a beginning plot, and as the plot thickens, it gets more and more exciting. You know what I'm saying? It's like more build up, and you don't want to give so much in the beginning, because then no one's going to want to sit through the rest of the journey if you give so much in the beginning. If Luke were to had fought Darth Vader, in Star Wars: A New Hope, then and maybe it would not had meant more when he actually fought him, even like in The Empire Strikes Back up until Return of the Jedi. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to save the big battles until later on. But in this beginning promo that he did, I thought it was great, man. Like, literally, man. And then like I don't know, bro. It was great. I would definitely go out your way to watch this promo, because the crowd too was going crazy. The crowd definitely elevated this whole entire experience too. You know what I'm saying? Like, them saying "fuck you, Cena," and just trashing the man. Like and then he's such a great mic worker. Like he's able to control the crowd the way he does. It's incredible to watch. And that's why like I watched like 5 times, because it's just it's so incredible how he's able to do that with the audience. It's just, it takes real skill to do that. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I am definitely liking this promo. I love his energy. He was very passionate. And like I said, this side of Cena I like. Now, I'm not going to say what Cena should be at all. I can only do a prediction. I wonder, because he's going to be back on Monday Night Raw next week. You know what I'm saying? And then what's going to be even more interesting is that CM Punk's going to be there. So I cannot wait for that, man. Those two having a standoff will be, man, I can't wait for that. Man. But my prediction is like, I don't know if Cena's gonna actually change his character completely, and I don't know if he should or not, honestly. I just say let him do him. I can see a world where maybe like, I don't know, like maybe The Rock manipulates him to, kind of make him be something that he's really not, and then maybe Cena has to like, overcome it and like, you know, overcome it and like find himself again. Because again, Cena still breeds hustle, loyalty, and respect, right? But this time it's against the fans, not with the fans. You know what I'm saying? So he's still hustle, loyalty, respect, but it's to himself first, nobody else. So I don't know if The Rock might manipulate him some way and kind of take away that character to make him be something else. And then Cena, kind of like how whenever Bray Wyatt, took Daniel Bryan to the Wyatt family and kind of like made him into like his little puppet or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then, until Daniel Bryan was able to break out the Wyatt family. And then, because there was a short period of time when, he wasn't like, the yes movement Daniel Bryan, and he was the Wyatt family. He changed his attire. He was wearing, the Bray Wyatt, overall suits and everything, like the Eric Rowan outfit. I wonder if, John Cena might go through the same thing. So who knows? I think John Cena had so many great points on why he turned his back against the fans. I feel like he mixed reality with the professional wrestling. I just think there was a great balance. I just think it was great. It was just great, man. And like, again, I watched it like 5 times because it's it's so different and so intriguing seeing him be this way, because you're so used to seeing John Cena being the good guy and just, being that that hero figure to like, making little kids now making little kids cry on television. And it's crazy, man. If you haven't watched this, you gotta watch it. Like, man, people who don't watch, WWE, and they were to watch this promo, man, I just, it's one of them things where it's like you really benefit if you've been with WWE and like been watching it, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like with some of these Marvel movies, like some of these things that payoffs, it really pays off for people who watch the movies, especially like during like the phase like 1 through 3, like with Endgame and everything. Like, you watching all the movies, you get rewarded by the payoff. And like that's how it is with this John Cena heel turn. Like if you like the stuff that he experienced during his run, it's like him doing this heel turn is like crazy, guys. So but overall, like I said, I do love the promo. He sounded great, passionate, angry. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is that he swerved the whole entire internet, and he swerved everybody. So I'm excited. I'm a big fan, and I cannot wait to see what comes next, guys. Let me know how you felt about the heel turn. Let me know down below too. Like, now that he's not changing, or that he says, what are your expectations again? Like, what do you think is going to happen with Cena during this heel run? Let me know down below, guys. I love making these videos. Subscribe to the channel, you new guys. I'm see y'all in the next one.